let's do this. We've got an origin. We're going to build it. But first, the number one ingredients you need to build an origin is popcorn, a beverage. That's a good beverage. And most importantly, besides the popcorn and beverage, you need the origin manual. You can't put this together without the origin manual. Well, anyway, if you haven't done so already, please like and subscribe. It's free. I will not even send you an invoice. I won't even charge you. Hence, no invoice. Anyway, come join me on the other side. I'll catch you over there. Popcorn good. Look at this. Even a beverage. Beverage good too. Man, this is going to be an exciting build. We got our popcorn, our beverage. And we're doing all kinds of sort of stuff over here at Henry's RC Garage. Again, welcome to Henry's RC Garage, where we're going to put an origin together. So first, what we got is we have the cage. See this cage? This is 296, origin 296. If you haven't seen that already, this is a solid block of aluminum. No, I'm just kidding. It was made out of a block of aluminum, but it's in 3 pieces. So pretty good. So, but we need to put stuff on this. So before we do that, let's look at what we have. We've got our front axle right here, already prepared to go on. We've got our unique, one-of-a-kind origin axle right here with all the weld marks in it. Got that ready to go. We also have our shocks. These are all assembled. Next on the list is we've got our transmission and motor. Transmission's assembled, motor's assembled. We've even got our Futaba receiver, and we've got a Reef's RC Easy Back we're going to use for our servo. And you can't tie all that together without this. You've got to have links. Yes, these links are what ties the axles to the chassis. And who's going to drive this thing? Not me, because I'm too big for this. I need somebody smaller. So we've got our interior already assembled. He's even got a helmet on. Pretty cool, huh? And we've got our fuel tank, because you got to have fuel. You can't drive this thing without fuel. And sometimes we're going to have to air up our tires. Yeah. See? We got a power tank. We got a power tank. Yep. And to top it all off, we've got our tires. Yes. These are the Reef's Sabre or Sabre. I don't know. Sabre. We'll just call them Sabre. Anyway, pretty cool. Those are all assembled. And we've got our door panels assembled with our battery tray already in them. Yes. And if you can't see it from here, they've got the carbon fiber. These things are awesome. Well, anyway, let's do this build. Let's get on with it. Wow. You go to the restroom, and when you come back, you hear all this noise, and you come to find out it's almost all together. I was only left a few pieces to do, the tires and the hood. Well, this was a pretty cool build. Not much to say about it other than it is all aluminum except for the plastic pieces here. And then the inside here, the interior. I will notate that I kind of wish that when they gave you this kit, that the shocks came with the machined pistons as opposed to the plastic ones. I feel that for the quality of this H10 Origin, that we would have at least gotten the machined pistons for the shocks. However, that's okay. I had to set around, so I went ahead and installed those into my shocks. They are smooth. These things are smooth. No issues there. There's a few other things that I actually did, or actually one other thing I actually did. I didn't follow the. Let me move this out of the way here for a minute. I didn't follow the instructions to install the male version of the drive shaft on the transmission side. What I did was what I've done in other builds in the past is I used the female part of the incision drive shaft, and I've attached both ends to the transmission, where I use the male ends for the axles. And one other thing to note, when you are putting these together, you want to phase these drive shafts together, where you got the pin here, the pinhole here, and the pinhole up here are in line. Same thing for the front. You want them in line when you do it. So, but other than that, let's look at this here. Oh, and we got the carbon fiber roof here, which it comes with. Pretty cool, very light. Other than that, let's put the tires on real quick and see what that looks like, and then we'll put the hood on. And again, this is the H10 Origin, pretty much all aluminum. And I did put weights in my wheels, for the to keep the weight down low in front. I'm not doing a whole lot of wheel speed in these, so I'm not bashing. I'm just going to be crawling with it. So let's put this on. And we're using the Reefs. I think how they pronounce them is the Sabre. I think I'm going to call them the Sabre. You know, I don't know if that's kind of French or whatever, but I think it's fitting. So, and then we'll take another look at it here. And I did also, when I got the Origin, I ordered the IFR inserts. Now I forget the name of these. I'll notate them at some point here. And that just gives it a little bit, breaks up the color, you know, breaks it up. You got the red shock caps, and then you got the red shock collars. Why not put some red on the wheels? So just to break up the color and give it some contrast, we installed them. And again, these are just, like I said, these are wheels that are up front. I have the rings inside that are brass. Just gives a little bit of weight, extra weight up front. So let's look at that real quick. And yeah, so that looks pretty good. Breaks it up a little bit. So let's get the hood going. So we'll put the hood on. And you know, if you haven't done any Loctiting, some of this stuff needs to be Loctited. But if you're checking it every so often, then just make sure they're tightly down. Since this screw is going into plastic, you don't need to Loctite it. But I've pretty much Loctite everything else on here. That goes metal into metal. And with this hood going on, we've pretty much wrapped this thing up a little bit. Another thing that this comes with that the H10 Optic does not are the aluminum post for the doors to hold the battery trays in. So pretty much a lot of the stuff on here is machined. So, and I haven't quite determined how I'm going to put stickers on this yet. I know it's aluminum. Not sure if the stickers will stay or not, but we're certainly going to try at some point here. But I think our first thing is to try this thing out. Whoopsie. Well, hopefully I didn't scratch it. Well, whoopsie again. Let's just slow down here. Nah. There you go. Oh, we're good. So, there you have it. There's the hood. So, does a pretty good job holding everything in. Got to use the instructions. You can't build this thing without the instructions for some of the pieces anyway, like the transmission. If you miss something in the transmission, you're going to hear noise. But there you have it. Well, H10 Origin 296 is now assembled. The quality is amazing. If you're looking at building one of these, follow the manual. A couple other things that I'm going to note. This is aluminum, so you might want to use some Loctite on the aluminum screws going into the aluminum screw holes. Other than that, what I did was I decided to use the machine pistons for the shocks instead of the molded piston that comes with the tree. And I decided for the incision drive shafts to use the male ends for the axles and the female ends for the transmission, which is kind of opposite of what the book says. So, but other than that, everything looks good. If you haven't done so already, please like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. It's free. I will not even charge you. I won't even send you an invoice. And I will catch you on the next one.